How's it going? So this week has been okay, I think. So, first off, I didn't go to Woodside this week because my mum was departing for Hong Kong on Monday, so I wanted to stay home and kind of see her off really. So, just skipped a week of Woodside this time and most likely going to go next week. So, no progress on my 3D art or anything. I've mainly just been staying home alone with Mercy and just taking care of ourselves as best we can really. So been doing some small food shopping and such and just doing what I can to get by. Prepared some meals, keeping the house tidy and safe. So yeah, just more like responsibility this week really. But other than that, I think overall it's been somewhat of a quiet week. So because the weather is still being really wet and cold, I've mainly just been staying home. And then I also finished this book as well this week, and it was really difficult for me to understand. Like, there was just so many words and situations that I just couldn't comprehend what was really happening really. But the most I got out of it was that it talks about this person, Victor, and his time in the camps in Germany and what it was like to be a slave and stuff really. And during that time it goes through his thought process of what is the meaning to life and the meaning of his own existence and stuff. And that much I kind of got, but a lot of it I just found it really confusing and just overall really hard to understand. Like I mentioned before that my English isn't really that high. Like I dropped out of school pretty much at the start of secondary school, so my English isn't really highly educated as most others, I guess. So my knowledge of like words and stuff is quite limited. So but I read through it and just overall found it hard to understand, but for the most part I think I get the general story of it and the meaning behind it. But yeah, like I said, it's for me it's just very difficult to understand. And not to mention that this book is originally written in German, so when you translate it to English, some words can maybe become mistranslated or can become a different meaning entirely from German. So that might be part of the reason why it's so hard for me to understand. But overall I think I still did enjoy the book, and I'm still very grateful that my friend let me borrow it to read. And I'm gonna see the same friend tomorrow again, so I probably would like to discuss with him about this book and what he thought of it, and yeah, just see how it goes from there. As well as that book, my newly published book arrived this week as well, and I'll probably like to go a bit more in depth in a real talk about this book and the reasonings of how I came to write it and stuff. But again, it's just such a big accomplishment to see another one of my books published and in my hand. So yeah, I'm just very proud of myself for this, and hopefully I can continue to keep writing more books in the future. So for the rest of the week, I've mainly just been working on my new book now, and before I called it An Assassin, a Bear and a 7th Grader, but I've kind of changed the title now, so now it's An Assassin, a Bear and a 10th Grader. So I've only increased the age of the 3rd character a bit, writ out the plan out, and then did some more of the drawings of the characters. Those are most likely ready to be put in the book for now. And I've already started writing on the prologue and chapter 1. Like I said before, this one's going to be a much more mature and sort of darker story, so I'd just like to see what I can do in different genres of books really. So my last book was for kids and stuff, so this one's going to be much more towards the adults, I guess. Hopefully it turns out well, and for the moment progress is going slow but quite smoothly, I'd say. But as for my mood, because I've been living home alone now with Mercy and stuff, it's a lot more quiet at home, and to be honest, it is quite scary being home alone because I always don't really feel too safe anyway, and being alone is just even more scary. So again, I'm very grateful to have Mershi by my side and stuff, and like before, it's not my first time that my mum has to go to Hong Kong and left me alone, so I'm somewhat more used to it now, but it's still scary in any case. It has affected my mood as well in a bit, so just mainly being more cautious, more wary of my surroundings, and yeah, just being feeling usual the same, so quite low in my mood, but not severely low, but not exactly high either, so mainly just being occupied with being home alone and stuff really, but hopefully I'll be able to manage. And my mum also has WhatsApp, so we're still having in contact through our phones regularly, so it's nice to know that she's safe, especially if you watch the news. Now that Hong Kong is in such a depressive and rioted state, I was very concerned with my mum going to Hong Kong because of how Hong Kong is at the moment, but she has to be by grandma's side at this time, so I kept telling her to be extra careful, not to go out to really large areas in Hong Kong, so but for now, she knows how to take care of herself, so hopefully nothing negative will happen, and yeah, just gotta stay home alone and keep the house clean and tidy until mum gets back. So yeah, I think that's it for this week. So finished the book that my friend gave, my 4th book arrived, working on my 5th book, and just staying home alone and taking care of things really. But yeah, so I think that's it for this video, so hopefully I'll see you next Saturday. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, always look forward, keep hope alive, and remember, you're somebody.